Hi everyone. I was out to get some groceries this evening. While I was out, another customer, an adult, stopped me to ask me about the controls of my power wheelchair and to compliment me on my ability to drive indoors around various store displays and merchandise aisles. The conversation progressed to why I was needing to use a power wheelchair, and I ended up talking about the hip disease that I had when I was a young child, as well as the hip replacement surgery and the shortcoming of the metal hip implants that were piped up to be the end-all of hip replacement surgeries. I found tonight that this adult that I was speaking to had the same types of questions that many children I've talked to over the past year have. She had the courage to ask it, and what I really liked about tonight was that it gave a face to what people see in the news, such as the recall on the metal hip implants. I was also able to talk about my personal experience and impact that's happening to our healthcare system. I want to encourage those of you who are confident in doing so to share about your health challenges. I realize this is not for everyone, and I certainly don't want to ask someone to do this who is not comfortable. Why I ask this is to give a human face to the specific health ailments that we face in our lives. I suggest this so that when news articles come up, and there's also changes in public funding policies, such as for our health care, people have been exposed to and interacted with someone who's had to deal with the end results of changes that are taking place. I want to talk about this to other people so they understand what the cost is to those who rely on, for example, healthcare budgets, and what the implications are. So there's someone that could be an advocate and contact their MP or other venues, like sharing opinions online of what funding cutbacks do and how some of the changes being proposed hurt the people who need it the most. Again, as I say, I realize this isn't for everyone. But for those of you who have the ability to do so, I want to encourage you to be educated and up to date with what's happening in medicine for your specific health ailments. And then think about the types of questions children ask you so you can prepare to talk about this with an adult face to face and give a much more human face to the various issues that are going on. I've seen a lot of funding cutback, specifically in Ontario, Canada's health care over the past 3 years. In fact, it quite concerns me, if I'm honest with you. The reason it does is because what's going to happen to the next generation of today's youth when they're adults and in need of the services that a hospital provides, that community health care hours provide, and also the doctor's offices. It's one of the areas that I'm passionate about, and seeing that we protect the next generation. I do understand not all of you are going to be from Ontario, Canada, and there's going to be specific challenges being faced in your country state, and province. I want to encourage you to stay informed and be able to have a reasonable discussion, and I do mean discussion, including the time it takes to listen so you're able to effectively speak into the questions being raised by someone so they understand what this is really doing to those of us who do rely on these health services, as well as the research taking place. I didn't want to come on here to rant tonight. I just want to help get people thinking about the things that matter and what's really affecting people's lives, especially their quality of life. Thank you for this time together today. Bye for now.